light that flame, put on that oven, put on that apron, and let's go. Good afternoon and welcome once again to Friar Chef. There are two announcements I'd like to make. The first is that we have once again Father Tom Gallagher, our chef from the house, and he is going to make for us today a cheesy baked pasta, which is absolutely delicious. Let me tell you, you'll go back for seconds and thirds like myself, and fourths like Father David. Now, the second announcement is I'd like to introduce you to the new member of our community, Sophia Carnevale. She's a little Yorkie that's only 9 weeks old and absolutely beautiful. No further ado, Father Tom, please take over.
Well, welcome. It's good to be together again, and this is a lovely little recipe, a baked pasta with sausage and ricotta cheese. It's very easy, it can be put together in a very short time. And so we simply begin with our ingredients, certainly lots of garlic. Everybody likes garlic. So finely chopped, and then the seasonings, and we have oregano and some chopped ground fennel seeds, bay leaves, cheese, Parmesan cheese of course, all ready to go. So everything was prepped and ready, and then we've got the ricotta cheese there. And with that, I added some parsley and and an egg, just to give it some light and some body. So then mix that all together. There's tomatoes, crushed whole tomatoes, and some crushed tomatoes for the sauce itself. So it's all very nice. Everything was ready and prepared before we started, and of course the penne. We have sausage, of course, and that's what we start with, is sausage, and I took it all out of the casings, so it was ready to go, and just begin to brown that sausage. It'll break up a little bit easier. You could break it up as you go, or I'd like to do it just as I mix and just sort of break it on the process there. You can see it's cooking well, and the temperature is kind of high, so you can brown it, so it doesn't just all turn gray, but you've got that little bit of caramelization that happens to the sausage as you go along. Again, I'm doing this for a crowd of about 20 people, so I have a lot more than that recipe calls for. Once the sausage is slightly browned, then I just toss in some of the garlic and just let that cook together just till the aroma and the flavors sort of blend and you begin to smell the roasting of the garlic. You don't want to overcook that garlic, but just let that all saute right in there with the sausage. And then I add the whole tomatoes. Stir those in and just let them cook together. I like to cut them up, so just break them that way. You could use crushed tomatoes, it's a little bit easier perhaps if you like that, but I like the whole tomatoes. Very quick action there, so off we go. And then just let that all simmer together and then pour in the tomatoes themselves, the crushed tomatoes. Again, just letting all that cook together. You get your garlic, your sausage, your tomatoes, put in the bay leaves and the seasoning. So that's the oregano, the crushed fennel, and the bay leaf, of course. I'm just gonna let that just quickly just pull together, let those flavors blend, let that all just cook nicely. You can smell it, just smells wonderful. Bring it to a simmer, and then just check that all out. I think we pull out the bay leaves at that point and add the pasta. And just gonna let that pasta just begin to cook there. So it's a nice, with the smaller pastas are good. You could do orecchiette, you could do rigatoni, you do the small penne or small shells, whatever you like, whatever is going to be make your family happy, just to toss that all together. And so it's a little bit, let's add some water, and I usually put that right into the can where the tomatoes were so that you get more of the tomatoes flavor. Just going to toss that, let that just cook together. You want the pasta to begin cooking, but you're not going to cook it all the way through because we're going to put that in the oven in a few minutes. Then what I do is I add the ricotta cheese. Now you could wait till the end, just put some dollops of the ricotta cheese on top, but I like to blend it right into the pasta itself. I'm just going to stir that in until it absorbs all through the pasta. So there are more dollops of the ricotta cheese there, right on top. And then we've got our nice mozzarella, this nice fresh mozzarella. Just going to break that up and put that right into there, right on top. And then, of course, a little Parmesan is going to go on top of that. So. And that's really as difficult as it is. It's all ready to go. We just pop that. We're going to pop that into the oven. I'm just going to let that bake until the pasta is finished and the cheese is melted. Beautiful. Take that out. When you do this, you could use hot or sweet sausage, whatever you prefer. You could mix them. You could do it with chicken sausage also. And we'll just garnish with a little chopped basil on top. And that basil just adds just a little bit of extra flavor to it. Perfect. And it's ready to serve.
Thanks, Father Tom. I hope you enjoy this recipe. It really is great. I know I have. This is my second bowl. It's finished. Father David's on his fourth bowl already. But thank you very much. And we'll see you soon. God bless and be safe.